Hello, Bill and NeXT community. I wanted to show you my new latest mad science here. Okay, system test passed. That's good. I just found out if you get a SCSI bus on here, sometimes if you check your cable, it might be flipped upside down. Okay, it's working. So I have his main boot drive set as a Fujitsu SCSI hard drive. Then I've got the Zulu card with 5 partitions. So that makes 6. And 7 is the Pioneer DVD drive. And then I'm going to hook up the floppy here. I was able to do this by getting a special 4-connector cable for SCSI, which is really cool. Bill, yep, I'm inventing cool stuff on your cube here. This is pretty neat because we're getting an extra 2 gigs out of it, and it's going to run faster with that SCSI hard drive as the main boot drive. I have already printed out the UPS 2-day shipping label. My full intention is to get this out the door, but there's a couple of things that I think we can test. Okay, so this is booting OpenStep. And it's got a password on it here. There was just so much neat software on this hard drive, and I loaded you up with a ton more that I had not seen before that's not even on my master. So I made a backup of that, and I'm hoping the other drive is going to hold because I'm going to copy a lot of the little apps I hadn't seen before over to our Master Guru disk. Okay. Your sound box is good. The sound's working. And let's see if it's going to bring up all of our discs. So they're probably all going to be under untitled discs. And you know what I can do? A lot of people don't know this. Man, that's bright. I bet you it's still loading up all those. But there's a little button that you can set on OpenStep 4.2 so you can expand that shelf. It's automatically there on 3.3. Why they did that, I'm not sure. Because that shelf up here is good for mounting additional drives. And we'll have to do that here in a second. I'm obviously getting a little beach ball action while it's loading everything up, I think. See how fast the hard drive came up? And then all these, the SD, RP2040 Zulu, or it would be the same with Blue SCSI or SCSI 2. We're pushing the envelope here. So the NeXT is thinking about it all. I still have to add to bring them up to 64 megs of RAM. So I believe there's 8 1 meg sims. For some reason, they kept the original factory 8 on this board. Okay, there's our solution suite, which is good. That's probably what's taking so long, is there's a lot of demos on this suite that are really neat. It's got like an interactive video, again, years ahead of its time. And I'm assuming we're still getting this beach ball spinning because we're still loading up partitions. Now, I have this set. If he wants to just boot off the hard drive, he can simply unplug or pop this out. I've got it set here where it fits perfectly on top, so you can access it easily. That's a Zulu RP2040 card. So by not having it mounted in there, it's easy to make backups of that card. There's method to my madness. No, don't do this to me. All right, did I hide something? Let's see if I hid something. Yes, okay. It looked like it was going to log me out. Okay, let's go down here. Now we should see all of our untitled discs. Come on now, there we go. So there they are. There's the additional partitions. Now what I'm going to do is, if you go into, I believe it's Workspace Preferences, and over here on Shelf, there should be a button to have a resizable shelf. We want that. And we also want, come on, for disk options, to place an icon on the shelf when there's room available. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out. It's kicking out our CD-ROM. We're going to power off because I want to hook that floppy up. And I'm hoping I got a 50-50 shot with the cable of getting it the right way. And I might as well just keep the clock running here on the video. Come on, power off. Okay. Okay. Got to get the grip of strength there. 50-50. Hope this is it. It should be if it goes the same way as a CD-ROM. This red line should match the power side of, where you plug your power Molex 4-pin connectors in. And what I could do here, let's see, rather than have this gap in the cable, well, is that right? I can move this up here, but that's still going to give me this, but I could move this back that way more easily. Okay. I'm cramming a lot into this space. All right. I like that, how that works. I might just be able to tuck this in like that, and then bring this in. So you're not often going to open the back here. Just kind of tuck it right back there. It's a little bit longer cable, but that's okay. Maybe if I even go up underneath this floppy cable. I'm just thinking when I get the back on there. Because this is our back. Yeah, it should work. I mean, I've seen worse. I've seen a little better, but this allows us to have the extra drive. 2 drives, because we have a 4-connector cable. And NeXT only had, at most, dual connectors. Let's see if I've got one here. So you have a single connector and a dual connector. And this would be a dual, so you could have actually just 2 devices. But I've got it set up so I've figured out a way to do 3 that emulates 7 internal drives. Now let's see if it's going to be our floppy. Do we get it right? Recalibrate failed. If you get that, I'm going to go ahead and pause. Flip, power off at a 50-50 shot. That just means the floppy cable was upside down. So if you ever see that error, that's what that means. So you just simply take this, and I make these little custom cables with the crimp tool, and you have to make sure, because a lot of these connectors have a knockout, and those won't work with NeXT, because the floppies The floppy is also powered up by the cable. Okay, now, just to make sure, I'm going to put in I think we had a boot floppy here that I was using. I want to make sure the floppy drive works. And it is new old stock floppy, so I'm hooking them up. Okay. Of course, it'll be quest for fire, finding a floppy. It always is. It's always something with me, isn't it? All right. But I want to show you this. I'm not completely useless. I don't know if you can see this, but I am getting organized, man. There is hope yet. That's the idea of. Hey, Tom's here. I'm just making a video.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. I heard you out there pounding on there. He's working on the back patio. I'll give you guys a tour of that here shortly. Now, let's see.
Just almost done.
Yes, it is. That's going to be awesome.
And,
I see Bella kind of found her way under there. Is there sand underneath that thing?
It's just more of that dirt, you know?
Okay, yeah. We don't want her using it for a cat box.
Is that...
Maybe it's because she went in under that front step.
This one here?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's going to be sealed. Can't see dirt.
I can,
Well, I didn't even think of it until I saw her go under there. I was like, I know what she's doing. She's like, oh, how convenient.
let me put this board on and cut this edge and then,
figure out a way to seal.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I was filming it. Well, you guys get a little bit of everything in the black hole. And of course, it's like every one of these discs is going to be missing the boot floppy.
Sorry, are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the video because we need entertainment at the black hole. All right, come on, man. You don't necessarily need the boot floppy. There's a command now that lets us bypass it, but these guys took it to heart, I guess, with OpenStep 4.0. There's a ton of them that do not have a floppy. I had one yesterday. I bet I know where it is. Okay, so we'll keep talking. And I bet it's in the one disk that's sitting that's not in my organization schedule. Right here. That would be too funny. I'm not in that one. Come on, man. Yes, there it is, of course. The very last one I checked. We're going to get power tools for effects, too. Okay. And this was a dual optical slot as well that I fit a floppy in for him. So I was able to figure out how to get a couple mounting brackets, drill some custom holes. Okay, so we're going to power up and dropping that CD in. I'm going to show you guys this neat little screen that plugs into my Mac Mini. And with a long enough cable, I'll have basically my Mac Mini over here on just a screen, which will make it really convenient. With the wireless keyboard and mouse, I should be able to have a nice, additional screen here. And it gives basically that Mac Mini dual screens. Or I can plug it into my iPhone, which is awesome. Let's see. Okay, so if you want to look over here, we should see, we've got the boot floppy. And then we've got the Fujitsu, all of our black hole on the Zulu card, the Pioneer CD DVD, and I think it's booting faster as well. As I say, this drive had a bunch of cool stuff on it, so I just left it intact. And Bill, if you want, all you have to do is just unplug that hard drive. But if that hard drive ever fails, then you've got the SD card with all the apps and everything on it. I'm also going to give you an OpenStep version of that, but OpenStep is on the main hard drive, and the SD has 3.3. I'll make you an OpenStep image here real quick too. Okay, so to log in, root, and then the password I set for ROOOOT. Just as a default, you have to have a password in order to do any networking and get on the net. And it looks like they have OmniWeb all set up, and maybe the software you need to set up use a cable modem. That's another thing I've got is a little wireless card. So I should be able to hook up a wireless Wi-Fi card to the RJ45 port, and we should be able to get online. And I'm hoping with that Mac Mini screen when I bring it over here is we can see if we can have previous running on the little screen here and see if I can network through Wi-Fi to the Mac Mini from the NeXT that I'm working on here. So stay tuned, more fun stuff to come from the black hole. Now, with any luck, it's going to throw our additional 2 gig partitions up here on the shelf. And I think we could resize it after the beach ball. Okay, there's the floppy. So this is good. And if it gives me an opportunity, I don't know if I could resize it while it's loading all this stuff. So you have to be a little bit patient. I'm throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it. I think when I bump him up to 64 megs of RAM here shortly, it's going to also improve the performance a little bit. The operating system is about 130 meg. So it's better to have that extra RAM. But, RAM back then the price was in the stratosphere. So this configuration back then, 1 gig drives were $4,000 and 64 megs of RAM. It was $1,200 per 16. So there's $8,800 right there. Then the price of the cube. The default cubes ran anywhere from $6,500 on up to $10K. And I've actually seen receipts from back in the day for up to $25,000. So it was really high-end stuff. So sometimes it'll represent itself as a disk. Other times it'll come up as a folder. And I think that's just the Zulu card and Next Step. It's saying, what the heck is going on? So that's why we're getting a little bit of a delay. But what I wanted to show you, too, is how fast the SCSI hard drive boots versus the Zulu card with the SCSI partitions. Even if there was one 2 gig partition on either the Zulu or the blue SCSI or the SCSI 2SD, it still doesn't run as fast as an original hard drive, in my opinion. But a lot of people out there are, it's a great solution because you can do backups of the entire SD or copy new image, master image, in about 10 to 15 minutes. You'll see the shelf just change size there. And I'll have to see if that did it automatically because there are more boot images that should come up here. And we'll go check them real quick too. What's good is I'm not seeing any corrupted disks. So I believe it's just mounting everything. And I've got so many compilation CDs on there. This solution suite was pretty advanced for its time. If it'll give me a second here, I'll try and launch it. But I think what it's doing, it's going through, let's see if we can get down here in the file viewer towards the bottom, and we'll see all the drives that it's mounting. So the Cube thinks that it's got 2 gig hard drives in there and a CD, DVD, and a floppy. So for 1988, when they first came out, the largest drives were 100 megabit. And a 40 megabit hard drive, which NeXT wound up using for a swap file, because the optical disk drives, which I've got one over here, that I'm going to hook up to, and we're going to look at all kinds of interesting NeXT optical drive software. So it turns out I've got a working one, or actually 2 of them, that were completely refurbished. But these were 7 pounds, and then they used an optical disc, which I probably have sitting here while we're waiting. Okay, so you can see all of the other partitions are coming up just fine. And is there still one? All right, let's see if we can go to the solution suite. I've never used the bench software on here, but I did load it. So maybe we'll take a gander and see if we can get that, just to have a little fun. And it's a beach ball. So what it's doing now, it's loading the CD, DVD. And the main thing is the swap file space. There is a way to blow out that swap file, but I wonder if we could do something in software to expand that. They never thought there were going to be people doing like what I'm doing right now. I guarantee it. Well, maybe Steve Jobs is like, yeah, that Blessin kid's going to stay with us 30 some years. He's going to do amazing things. All right, so now it's launching the Solution Suite app with any luck. I believe I clicked it. It's just beach ball heaven, isn't it, up in here? By that I mean the spinning beach ball. Welcome to 1990s tech. I think, as a form of punishment for kids that are messing up, you make them sit through a boot process on one of these vintage computers, be it a Mac or NeXT. And then he's playing, oh yeah, now you get to surf the web at 300 baud. Suck it up, buttercup. It's just one big lag. And we're going to charge you $6 a minute. Okay, there's our Solution Suite CD. See if it's going to work. Oh, yeah. Jazz, man. All right, let's see what we got. I see an arrow key up here. Let's see what happens. Tell me it's not jazz throughout here. What are we doing, man? Come on. I think I've got this thing loaded. So this is 95, volume 1, number 3. Okay. Let's see if we can see something here. Oh, did I bomb it? I couldn't have. Oh my goodness. What was that? All right. What's this? Click. All right. An automated form in case you want to get vintage spam. You got the jazz. I just want to see something here. Come on, guys. Oh my gosh. All right. Now we're talking. Let's see if I can get this. I'm going to turn these out. See if we can see what it says. Ooh, that's kind of brutal in 2-bit grayscale. Oh man, I think half the battle is just figuring out what to do. CDs were, we were the first company doing software on CD-ROM, and I'm just gonna take a chance here and click on something, see what happens. Can't connect to next time server. Great. Oh, I know why. I probably have to put it over on the on the shelf. Never mind. We're gonna go ahead and exit. I knew I'd do something. Cockaroo. I believe you have to create links to connect to the next time serve, which became QuickTime. All right, so we're gonna go to how about anything? Let's see. I want to make sure we can access his RP2040. Yep, that's working. How about if we go to local apps? Oh my God. In case any of you needed a chainsaw effects, probably at 4 in the morning for some of you. Scared the cat. Let's see, we got, where is bench? I know I saw it in here. Next tour. Okay, NX bench app. Let's see what this does. All right. System info. Okay, so it's giving us this down here. And running that. Let's see, man, if this works, I can show and we'd have a direct comparison of how fast the hard drive is versus the Zulu SCSI cards versus Blue SCSI. What does this all say? Processor, speed, active, board revision, 40 meg. Interesting. And there's the first Max MIPS and X Factor. Okay. Hey, this might be pretty useful. Cool. So I could actually take and let's see what I want to do. I'd want to take this application, drop it onto our RP2040 card, and launch it and see what it does. Unless I can ping. Let's go up here, the system info. Oh, this is cool. It's dropping in some stuff down here too. Wonder if we could get the contrast a little better, maybe. I think what I'll do is I'll throw this up on a flat panel with the next dimension board. Hey, this is kind of cool. I don't know that I've seen this in action before. So yeah, it'll be useful to see this versus, yeah, it's definitely dropping in some stats. And I'm assuming I can print those out. I'm going to be working on some laser printers here. Okay. So this must be how they redraw graphics. In fact, what I could do, I know what I'll do. I'll set up a maybe cubes side by side, one with a hard drive and one running a Zulu. That'll be the way to do it. And I'll hit the power buttons at the same time, and we can have a race. But at any rate, what I need to do, I'm going to go ahead and sign off on this, but I've come up with some good ideas for comparing and contrasting. And I'm also going to do it when there's not chains, like saws and drills and everything else going. Multitasking here at the black hole. But I want to get this system shipped today, so I got a few things to do. But this NX Bench program is pretty neat. I should just maybe let it run here its course. And let's see, what can I do in the interim? I'm going to put I'll just let that run and maybe let you guys watch if you want. And get the pleasant sound of chainsaws in the background. Man, YouTube, I tell you, we YouTube creators are just amazing, aren't we? Oh, here, I turned this out so you're not getting blinded by the light. Yeah, is it actually pointing at the screen is the other thing. Maybe I can actually use the sound box to point up there. Oh boy. I'm gonna win an Oscar for this, huh? For cinematography, or what do they call it, raspberry? Come on! Alright, let's see here. What I need to have is my tripod set up over here. Oh well. Let's just hope I've got something to hold it in place so it doesn't scooch, drop flat, then you get nothing but ceiling. Probably things in the way. Alright. There's people out there, oh man, this is dope, dude. Holy cow. Alright, so I just need to get my RAM. I'm excited for the new bamboo printer coming out. Shipping bags, Amazon. What does I see? What day? It's going to be nice because they got that area over there. It's coming together. Find all kinds of things. They have these rotating bookshelves. Okay, these ones I can tell anybody. I'm fooling myself. RAM together, see if it's still running that. Oh. Okay, so that's all good. Yes. Look at that. My 3D printer's now over here. I got it working again. And it's created this pot of gold. Okay. So it ran all of those. That's great. Now, if I can, let's shut it off again. I need to get the lighting situation figured out here as well. One of these days, things are starting to come together, though. All right. So, how about brightness on the monitor? That helps quite a bit. Let's see what system info is about. I think that's down here in the corner. Okay, there's README, which would be handy. Excellent. Okay, so we got instructions, ranking. Oh, this is nice. So I can race you guys. See, it's got Intel, cubes and stations. I'll have to run that 50 megahertz turbo color back here. I've got the world's fastest turbo color. Got a little modded board. Shh, don't tell anybody. All right, select another mailbox. Oh, yes, so we can send it. Okay, quit. There. I have a system coming in that was used at NeXT, and I think it's going to have a bunch of cool Steve Jobs stuff on it. So that would be kind of fun to go through by a former ex-NeXT. Okay, quit. And I'm going to go ahead. If I do a print. Okay, yeah, I see how I can do this. If I do a print, we can save it to PostScript. And then once I have it networked, I can drop it in and then post these on the forums. So I'll test out all the different configurations. Yep, it's looking for mail. All right, well, I'm going to sign off for now, guys. And another successful system. Bill, I'm going to, let's see here. I got your RAM, brand new RAM. That I'm going to implement there because we only have 40 megs. Just noticed that. And I've got the little pot of gold. That was pretty neat. I just printed this out. Let me see if I can do this and show you. Happy belated St. Patty's, but in theory, this should unscrew. It's got a hidden compartment, see? And yay, 4-leaf clover hidden in the gold. Not too shabby. I'm getting better at it. And let's see what we got going here. So I'm printing all the cases. And this is going to be a Sorcerer's Alembic Cube. So I figured I better print one of those, man. And so I've got all the little Quokka cases. I'm going to be putting together some of those, the sound card cases. We got the mounting brackets. And this is my desk normally, you know. I get going on all these different projects. It's fun for me. All right, appreciate everybody's business and patience. And have a great day. Things are going good at the black hole. Peace out.